And that's just sort of why I went into physics, because that's sort of like the bottom of knowledge. It's the base of everything we know. And if I learn about that, then I can learn about things up at the top. Like, because I was into computers, and it was fun, but I was typing this code, and it's like, what is this code actually doing in the computer? And then that's electricity. It's like electricity, magnetism, it's physics. And it's all about physics. So I decided to study it. And that's where it all begins.
We all begin our lives somewhere. And this somewhere, for better or for worse, impacts everything else we do in life.
Hey, my name is Corbin Gronwald. I'm 21 years old. I go to George Fox University, and I'm currently studying biblical studies. Yeah, I would say one of my passions is trying to create a space to be with people and to have other people be with me. And I think I came to that realization really recently. That job kind of like is like a space where like someone who's like gone so far in life can like be with younger people and kind of help them discern like what they are passionate about. And so in that space, I'm kind of like leading other people to figure out like what they're passionate about and kind of like helping them along as they do that.
So I'm Ryan. I'm currently a junior chemistry major at University of Portland, where I participate in analytical chemistry research. I've always wanted to just kind of go out and like make the world a better place, like not necessarily in a social sense, that too, of course, but like just make the world kind of run better or more efficiently. And I find, like since getting to college, that the best way maybe to do that is to become involved in like analytical or environmental chemistry, where I can go out and like find out what's wrong with the environment and find ways to fix it.
I'm James Ashby. I'm a physics major at the University of Portland. It's fun. And it's cool. And it's crazy. And that's what I like. I like learning things because then I can know how to control this. And it's just... it's like a force of nature. And it just blows the world down. But it's great! I love it! Oh, I love things. The world is beautiful. Oh, man.
Even people with similar beginnings can end up in countless new and fascinating places, all developing unique and diverse passions, influenced by new surroundings, ebbing and flowing until a true equilibrium purpose is reached.
Currently, I'm going to Oxford to study there for a semester. I'm going to be studying like issues in theology and early Christian practice, which looks at like how people have prayed throughout like the centuries. Recently, I felt like I want to like pursue maybe like a counseling degree in my post-undergraduate career, or potentially like a pastoral degree, so that I would work within a church. And I'm hoping to take those skills and use them in a community that is like multi-ethnic and spans a wide variety of like socioeconomic class, reconnecting those people and reconnecting people with issues of like gender and race and ethnicity can create a more like holistic community and in turn like a better world that we're all going to live in.
Going out, taking measurements, figuring out what's wrong, and kind of like seeing, oh, what tools do I have, or what knowledge do I have to be able to fix this problem. Yeah, I'm currently working with a professor at our university doing some analytical chemistry research, where we analyze the pH of different samples, biological samples. And while I've gained a substantial amount of knowledge about science, I'm finding that there's really quite another aspect to it that applies in almost every situation, and that is kind of like the relationships you build. And I think that's a pretty important part about whatever you're doing.
I never want to stop. I just want to learn and learn more and experience things. And everyone has a story. I want to learn their stories and how they connect with everything that I'm learning about. And just like know more, experience more, feel more. Because that's all there is. I mean, that's what life is. It's learning, it's knowing, it's feeling, it's doing, it's acting, it's everything. And I'm not exactly sure what the next step is, but I'll make the decision when I get there. And it'll be a big one.
Our passions are a culmination of everything we learn and do. We wind through the path of life that is at times unclear, leading us into a great perhaps where we discover our purpose. We must keep going, building upon our beginnings, which are acting as a foundation of our character.
In Milwaukee, when I was in high school, I was kind of oblivious of it all. It's pretty much all that I knew. And I went to a multi-ethnic high school, but I was friends with mostly like white Americans, which like is fine. But I think now, like coming to college and like branching out and having friends that are like different than I am, and going to places like just different countries where I learn about what it means to be of a different culture, of a different ethnicity.
In high school, like it wasn't even that I didn't know, it's not that I didn't know what I wanted to do, it's that I even didn't know that I didn't know what I wanted to do. Like at least in high school, I was like, oh, science is hard, I don't know that I'd be able to do that. But somewhere during my senior year of high school, I just kind of made the decision that, oh, who cares if it's hard? Like I can do that if I try. Really, anybody could do anything that they want to if they are passionate about it, and that it can become something that they are good at and can take through their whole lives.
If I could answer that, I'd already be done, because it's really a mystery, you know. Like what makes you you? There's no small events. Like that's one thing I really always think about. Like if I stopped to tie my shoe as I was walking my car today, I could leave like a couple seconds later, which can mean I could miss a light, which mean I get home 10 minutes later, and who knows what difference that would make. It can make a huge difference. That one small decision would make all the difference. And that's what the world's made out of, all these small decisions that everyone makes, and it's just, you don't realize how big each small decision is.
We all come from somewhere. Just like with science, your beginning is like the bottom of knowledge, the base of everything you know. Once it is understood, it can uniquely and individually be built upon to create who you are and who you want to be. Lest we forget where it all begins.